And we're live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on a short notice. And yeah, don't worry if you're tuning in late, you can still watch the replay. Yeah. Oh, I see a few of you already tuning in. Please let me know if you can hear and see me clearly by typing in a hello message or anything in the comments section. And thank you for joining me today. Today, I know the majority of you are used to having a live webinar on different topics on Wednesdays at this time. But today we're going to be launching, actually looking into the brand new SuperTeacher teachers page design. It's not going to take a whole hour, so I just wanted to be there for everyone to make sure I answer any questions you might have, and to show you around the new teacher page. Okay, let me know if you can hear and see me clearly, and we can get started. This webinar is open, but of course it's for super teachers. Okay, I see some comments showing up finally. Perfect. Okay, Spring Physics Hyvie, thank you so much for saying hello. So that means you can see and hear me clearly. And welcome. Hi, Jay, loud and clear. Perfect. Thanks for letting me know. Amazing. Awesome. Without any further ado, I also know at this very time there is another super cool webinar happening. So with SuperTeacher, we won't be staying like for a whole hour. We're gonna stay as long as you need me to, and to give you a walkthrough through our new teacher page. Anyways, let's go right into it. So the newest update I just announced in our regular SuperTeacher newsletter is, let me move my screen a little bit, is the new teacher page. So that means in the dashboard settings, sorry, I'm struggling moving okay, here it is. Okay. So that means on the front end, what your students are seeing and what you use for self-marketing is completely changed from ground to the top. So everything is changed to make the user experience much more friendly and intuitive. And the biggest change is actually in SuperTeacher, your teacher page becoming like a single page. Everything is happening in one page. So your students don't have to click anywhere outside of your main page to buy packages or to get a group class or to subscribe to anything you offer, or to just simply book class. Remember, for those of you who are using SuperTeacher actively already, you know how our teacher page had 4 buttons, and students had to choose if they want to book one-on-one class, group class, course, maybe self-paced course, or a subscription program. Well, now everything is put together, and what you see behind me on the screen, I hope it's big enough, is the front, actually the page. So we're going to look into it, and I'm so excited to share all about it. Hi, Emma, you made it. Thank you so much for taking time to show up and say hello. So excited for the new page. Amazing. Me too. So let's see what it's all about. So this is my demo page, and this is the first thing students come after I grab my referral a student URL. On that note, there is a video or two out there on SuperTeacher YouTube channel still showing the old referral link for your students. So if you're watching this video as of now, you should know, let me update you where to find, because I still get a few emails here and there asking where my teacher page URL link is. So it's here in your dashboard, my profile, edit profile, your profile photo. Next to it, this button saying view or share my profile. This is the button you click and then open your teacher page. Let's go back to it. And this is the link you share with your students as well. So now we are looking into SuperTeacher page from the student perspective. So what you first notice is before there was a huge video right on top of your page, introducing yourself, and that's all wonderful. But now it's every element of the page kind of works together much better. So you see to the left, there is a sidebar menu now showing your video introduction, which is not mandatory. You can completely opt out of adding it. Now that's also optional. Your teacher a profile photo, languages you speak, country, and then your feedback. We removed the number of classes finished, and that was a big, I mean, a very small but super important request. Earlier, if you remember, there was a list of like a tracker, a counter of how many classes you had with SuperTeacher. But of course, teachers approached me and said, like, Ivy, sorry, I'm coming from VIP Kid or GoGo Kid or that ABC. I had like hundreds of classes. And now when my students come to my teacher page, it says I had 0 or 7 or 24 classes, And yeah, so that was a small thing that's now taken care of. So that's nowhere to be seen. What's also important is as soon as your students come to your page, they have this send a message button and they have this share button that includes your social media. But at the moment, like we're going to work on these, and please type in the comments which social media you would like to have added on your teacher page, because we can add these little buttons. It's super easy for you to actually add links. At the moment, these links are all for students to click and share your profile with their friends. So if I click share on Facebook, it's going to take me to my Facebook page, not my Facebook page as a user, as a student, not the teacher's Facebook page, if you know what I mean. So they're just grabbing your teacher page URL and taking it to their social medias and circles. But some teachers did ask for adding our teacher page links to kind of connect students. I actually talked to a lot of you guys, and the majority said that's not really necessary because you want everybody, like your leads, to come to your SuperTeacher page and then book classes from social media. But we can discuss this more. So let me know what you think about it. The heart button is once they log in, they can click this little heart and save your profile in their student dashboard to access it easily. Let me see if there are any new comments. Yeah, Emma says, let me see. Yes, that's a good idea to remove the classes taught, as it may put people off, right? Exactly. I just never thought about it. And thanks to everyone who suggested that and pointed that out to me. I was just not aware because, I've been using SuperTeacher since years now and my numbers are great. I just didn't think about that. Yeah. Okay, so beneath that is your tutor bio. And this is actually the X About Me section. Whatever you put in your About Me section is here. And it's very neat. You see there is a read more button so students can click, read through, read less. And on the mobile, it works really well. It's all intuitive and responsive. Qualifications are simplified. So and we're yet to remove that in the dashboard. In the setup, you still have to add years and documents and everything. We're removing that before Sunday, maybe even tonight. I'm gonna hear from the developer soon, so we will see. But yeah, by the end of the week, there is only going to be one line, one text. Let me show you that exactly, so we know what we're talking about. When you go to your edit profile page, here the default one, and you scroll down, there is a educational background section. Let's find it here, this one. So you can add education, experience, certifications. All of these are, when you click on it or create a new one, are going to have only this one box to simplify things. And you can type in whatever you want. So I wanted to make sure that your onboarding and setting up your teacher page is super simple, the best possible. Everything is going to be removed. Overview from year to year, sort by appearance, anything, any of these documents, nothing. So everything is going to be gone. Just you can just use one single line of text to put whatever you need, right? Okay, that's small but important. Let's go back. Oh, I clicked back twice. Just a second. Wonderful. Oh, I'm still in the dashboard. Okay. In the meantime, let's check. Okay. Yeah, no new comments. Perfect. All looks good. Let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see. Okay, and then in the side bar, there is also your teacher reviews. And by default, they're limited to the first 5, and then the students again can click, sorry, the read more button here. Oh, actually, there is a slider here, so they can, you see, they can move from like a page to page and read all of your reviews. All of them are displayed, but look how much more beautiful that is now. Okay, the main thing and improvements are happening on the right side of SuperTeacher. And you can notice a blank space here. And that's because by the end of the week as well, by Sunday, but I'm going to announce it officially next week, like beginning next week, we're finally adding the one-on-one class packages subscription option. So that means you will be able to create one-on-one class packages as per single time payments as you were doing up until now, and we're adding an option for the class credits to be subscription based as well. They're going to have the same flow as the self-paced courses subscription. So that means the students will be able to subscribe, and then they will have to use all the class credits they subscribed for within the subscription period. And we're adding both options, weekly and monthly subscription there. So let me know if you have any comments. This is not up yet, so that's why we have this little blank space. It's only temporary, but basically it's going to be in 2 columns and very obvious to students. So they will have this one-on-one class subscriptions and packages, and I'm so excited for that. And also on your page, they will see the top 3. So you will be able to arrange them like what you want your students to see first. It's kind of hidden, you see, they don't see all of my offers. They will have to click load more to see all my packages. If I had 10, they would be able to see all of them here. Okay, and just beneath that is the calendar, the best. I mean, everything is super important and the big improvement, right? Let me know what you think. But yeah, before, if you remember, a student had to pick one of these 4 buttons, right? We mentioned before, and then scroll down and find your calendar. And I was very aware of everything, but I just needed to see how to put it all together. And thanks to some of you, a lot of you actually, SuperTeacher users, I mean teachers from the SuperTeacher community and marketing experts and experienced edupreneurs. That's how we got this wonderful solution. So that means as soon as they come to your page, they have 0 clicks to go through. They just need to find a free class slot. Let's find one. I think I played around with it, testing it earlier. Maybe I booked all of them. Okay, here's one. And just click, and by default, they are able to pay. Another important change is you see this here, the single class payment is now removed. And this is a part of our ongoing improvement focus on making it even easier to set up your class offers and for students to buy things. If I click pay with bundle, and if I don't have a bundle, it says there are no bundles, purchase classes from your teacher first. That's what the student can see. From now on, we're removing a lot of things I'm going to mention next week, but don't worry about that. At the moment, if you do want to sell one single classes, maybe a trial class, you need to use our class package builder. So the same as if you were creating. And actually, I was inspired for this change from you, SuperTeachers, who told me you actually are already using the class packages option, like the majority of you said. Just hit add. Let's say trial class 1, just limit it to 1. The price is going to be, let's say, maybe 10, whatever. And I want it to be on top. Submit. And that's all you need to do. Let's see if I don't have any other zeros. I don't. Perfect. So it's going to show as first. So if you want to keep one class offer, the students, you see, now it's on top, trial class. buy a trial class. So they would have to buy it and then book class with you, or you can book it for them, whatever. So this simplifies SuperTeacher in so many levels I can't even describe to you. I mean, maybe you already know, like, but all of the suggestions came from actually from you guys. So yes, I'm just gonna keep it, put it out there and just mention. You also notice how on the calendar students don't have to choose subject, curriculum, topic anymore, because that's the part of this kind of, what I mentioned, the series of improvement on the booking flow. So no more complicating stuff. Yeah, and all of that is going to be announced in the week to come, because it's in progress, like removing all kinds of small, but annoying, and yeah, things that just make it less user friendly. Let's put it that way. Yeah, hi Megan, wonderful. Hi Gemma, welcome. Gemma says, hi, with the new page looks great. Thank you so much. It means a lot coming from you and knowing that you like it. Perfect. Okay, so we discussed the side menu, the main menu, the one-on-one class subscriptions coming out Sunday or beginning of the week. I'm going to announce it publicly. The flow, the students can now just come to your page, click the class, get a trial or a package, and so on. And the rest of the page still has everything, but you see, everything is in one single kind of layout now. Group classes, if you do want, if you do offer, and self-paced courses. By Sunday, we're going to remove these fields for teachers who don't actually offer group classes. I got that request and it's in the works. So there are still a few small tweaks to add. But for example, if you're just offering class packages or one-on-one classes, these fields are going to be hidden on your page. So it's not going to look empty or unfinished. Yeah, I think we went through everything actually. Here, the view, by default, it's a weekly view. I mean, that's how SuperTeacher was always set. If you have any suggestions or of tweaking things and adding stuff, just let me know. But basically, I did my best to incorporate everybody's suggestions and ideas. And I think still the weekly view works better, because the monthly view, yeah, might look messy. If you ask me, like, students couldn't tell easily, like which one is free, which one is. Oh yeah, this is also coming out by Sunday. The free class lots, like the one we just booked. Let's see if we have. Yeah, this one. It's not going to be dark red. It's going to be green, as in, traffic lights. Green, you're good to go. Click here to book. Red is just going to be booked. So yeah, it's kind of more obvious visually, especially for students who are, bilingual or not bilingual, but speaking different languages and are not tech savvy enough to manage the languages bar here to switch, to any of the languages. And there are other small improvements coming out as well. Hi Bella, welcome. No, not at all. Like, you can watch the replay for sure, so don't worry about that. Yes, so that's about it. If there's no, like, I'm very proud of what SuperTeacher has become, and it's all thanks to you who keep pushing for improvements and sharing ideas, like, selflessly. I so love that. That's how we grow. And as you know, SuperTeacher is teacher developed, so we can improve and tweak things however we want. I think this is the best version of it so far. So I'm so happy for all the feedback. Thank you for all the feedback and suggestions so far. If there is anything else, oh yeah, right. There are some small but also important things coming up. Oh, one of them I almost forgot was some teacher friends asking for how to add branding. Sorry, my cat is calling me. I think. How to add a bit of a personal touch to your SuperTeacher page, and I found a perfect solution to that. Remember, in the teacher dashboard, there was an image you could add. Let me show you here, and the categories and prices and blah 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 overview. Here, this one, the intro photo. You see. This photo is nowhere to be seen. Have you noticed that? You probably haven't. This picture is going to be replaced by a banner, a header banner placeholder. Actually, I mean, for you to upload. So wherever you upload here as an intro photo, it's just going to be renamed into a banner. You are going to be able to add a top banner on your teacher page with your logo, with whatever you add. You can design it however you want. It's going to have, I think I'm going to add templates to follow the design to use in Canva, like so everybody has a standardized size or width and height. I'm just going to discuss about that with the developer if that's necessary. I I did mention that to a few of us, and you all said like that would be even easier to just have a template you can copy from your super teacher training. You can just clone it and then design your own banner. So you can add your logo, your everything. And there are some other super cool improvements, but let's leave something for next week, right? Okay. Let me see if you have any comments and questions. Feel free to ask. And yeah, Gemma says, I love the color change on the calendar slots. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it just didn't cross my mind. It's only logical, right, to have it green. I mean, in green as open. Thanks. Bella says, amazing idea. I think you referred to the banner thing. Let me show you one. I just played around, but I didn't want to put anything super teacher. I just wanted to see how it's going to look and feel. So let me open it. I didn't prepare it, but you can play around. Go to Canva, take a snapshot of your super teacher page, and just put a little banner on top to see how it's going to look. I think it's going to be an amazing improvement because lately teachers starting asking for that, like how do I add a bit of branding. Okay, this one is really like kids friendly. It's not special. Okay, here. Maybe you will like it, but just to show you how it's gonna look and how meaningful this small improvement is going to be. You can even put your QR code to anything if you want to add links and not wait for SuperTeacher update on that. Okay, let's see if I can open and share this one. Okay, share this tab instead. Da, da, da. I honestly didn't put much effort. I just added a simple banner, meet the teacher. But if I had a business name, which I don't, like I'm just teacher Ivy, I would, like Emma. Emma has a wonderful business name. Let me see. So that would be like, or for example, ESL tutor Bella. I mean, you do have a name, but you could arrange a whole banner. Maybe you already have it. Or Megan, her business name is Smart Sprouts English with teacher Megan. So she already has a logo and all the branding stuff. So I hope this is gonna feel even better. I didn't mention this to anyone yet, so I'm excited to share you to all of you, like you tuning in first. So you see this part, and you will be able to. Later on, we're gonna add small tweaks as well, like the option for you to change the colors of the template and whatnot. But I'm so glad we're at that point that we can just fine tune it to be even more beautiful and friendly. But as for the flow and student friendliness and everything, this is I think it's going to improve everybody's experience much more, much better. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Gemma says, yes, yeah. Thank you for the reminder, Gemma. That's on the list as well. Maybe not before Sunday, but the week after, probably. Gemma just reminded me to mention that. Are you still planning to make some changes to notifications? Yes. So you will also be able to choose which notifications you want to disable or turn on your teacher page. At the moment, for those of you who don't know, maybe you're not using SuperTeacher actively yet. You and your students get email notifications on every activity on your teacher page. As soon as they buy a class or subscribe to your program or sign up for a group, whatever they do, purchase or get for free, you get an email notification from admin at superteacher.net saying, congratulations, you just sold a new bundle. Great. Happy teaching, encouraging stuff we added. And along with the students' info. This student of yours bought that, or if they booked a class also. So You get notified when you sell something, when students book class, and when you book class for them. Students also get email notifications of all kinds. When you or your student cancel class, when you or your student reschedule class, and 30 minutes before class time. Earlier, we had even more like different kinds of notifications, and teachers were honest enough. Thank you for that. I really like, if you're just straightforward, that's the most helpful way you can go with me regarding SuperTeacher to improve stuff. Don't pick your words. Just say this. I think this is going to be much better, and make it easier for me to implement stuff as well. Yeah. So you will just have. Let me show you in the dashboard. Actually, let's go back to share this tab instead, and go into the dashboard. And in your edit profile page, there is this one button. At the moment, it's just a single button that says SuperTeacher notifications on and off. But instead, you will have kind of a bulletin here with lots of little buttons like disable my, I don't know, class notifications, or rescheduling, or whatever you need. As Gemma mentioned before, like she doesn't want to get notified for each and every single class, and that's totally reasonable. That's a great request, so we're definitely going to add that. It's on the list already. There are some other updates coming out. I think it's a bit early to mention, so I'm going to mention next week. But for example, okay, now that we're talking, there's going to be a whole sales page. So you see how I have purchase bundles, courses. This is all going to be put in a single tab, and you will be able to search by your student name, and just, again, much more intuitive. So the thing is, all the elements are there, but we're just going to simplify them and put them here under the finances tab on top of my finances, my subscription membership, payment history. Probably, no, payment history is what you paid for. And yes, there will be an additional tab saying my sales, and everything is going to be organized under that tab. Yeah, so exciting, right? I'm so happy you can't imagine, because now, okay, of course, the only other super big update coming out a little bit later, like probably in a month or so, is Google Calendar integration. I said that publicly before, so that's definitely going to be. But at this point, I just want to take care of all the minor changes and everything, so I can finally, I know a lot of you are asking for a proper ebook. In addition to the video guides I create for teachers, I just couldn't find the right moment to create an ebook and then not have to change it all the time. So now I think we're ready. Like, just as soon as we add the one-on-one class subscription, I'm gonna get back to it and make it. And then later we're just gonna add the Google Calendar integration to it, probably. Yes, Jay. Yeah, we talked about it. That's going to be part of the updated sales page. Yes. Yeah. I never forget things. I just have to prioritize. So that's going to be there as well. Megan said, have you looked at removing the SuperTeacher navigation on the teacher public? Yes, that's also going to be done by Sunday. Lots of these small changes I haven't even mentioned. Like, for example, where you set up the education background, there's going to be a single line, no adding years and images and whatnot. Lots of these small kind of everything. I know everything is on the to-do list, and the developer is tweaking that as we speak. So yeah, by Sunday, all of these other small things, you're going to notice that, maybe I thought it's not worth mentioning all of the details, but for example, look at these little improvements. Okay, I'm just going to show you what's coming out by Sunday. As for those small changes, it's already out there. When you create a package, remember there was an additional request here called alias. Complete nonsense, but it had to do with the link. So we kind of automated creating the link so you don't have to input an alias. Small, irritating, important thing out there. So that's good. Also, when creating group classes, we're only going to be leaving the category section, this one. And we're going to leave the grades, and they're going to be displayed on your course and group class. So because I think it's still relevant for students to see if it fits their needs, right? But this one, categories, is just going to be ESL or whatever I teach. We're removing subjects, topics, no needed, too many details. That's it. Keep it simple. And this about me section is going to be on top, this one. That you have to really scroll down, this one, where you type in and describe the group class, it's going to be on top. Small but important change. Same for the self-paced courses. When you start creating it, just a category. On that note, we're also going to be removing this one because I thought it's now or never, honestly. The biggest trouble I've seen teachers having is setting up this part: categories and prices, subjects, curriculum, duration. So we're in a phase one. We just disabled selling classes within the calendar system. So they would have to buy, as I mentioned before, a package or a single class from you to book class, to simplify this bit, because so many teachers never start using SuperTeacher actively because this piece is simply not intuitive enough. When everybody sets the category, everybody sees subjects I teach. Okay, let me add something. Okay, I'm gonna do dyslexia support, submit, and that's all it happens. And before, if you didn't set curriculum and duration, your calendar wouldn't work. And I thought it's now or never, honestly. Like, I know I'm repeating myself, but SuperTeacher started to grow significantly. And if we don't change this now, then I'm not sure. Like, I don't want everybody to be frustrated. So that just basically means we're just removing these details. And you can still list them in your About Me section and create a single class offer. Simplest solution. Plus, I've heard, and the feedback I gathered is teachers actually almost never selling a single class unless it's a trial class. So thank you for that insight. Now I know it's not going to be maybe a big change, but I was hesitant doing it. Yeah, so we're doing it just to confirm. Awesome. I'm sure there is other small updates I haven't mentioned, but what did I do? I want to go to the profile. Okay. But everything that's kind of not necessary, it's going to be removed. Gemma says, wow, Google Calendar. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Especially because I learned, I think Megan told me, and a few more teachers let me know. I wasn't aware. If you connect uh, for the longest time, I was thinking, like, which calendar do we go with? There is iCalendar, Microsoft Calendar, Google Calendar, this and that calendar. And then somebody pointed out that if you connect Google Calendar, then you can have other calendars connected to Google Calendar, right? And so in that regard, it's going to be enough to begin with Google Calendar integration. I will see. I mean, maybe it's going to be easier to add the others if need be once we have the code developed and everything. It is a process, and it's going to take at least 2 or 3 weeks. But as soon as we finish these small updates, we're going to get working on it. So yeah, I don't have the date, but it's getting out there for sure. Yay! Super exciting. I clicked because it's black. I just put some placeholder. And that's it. As for functionality, everything else is the same. Oh yes, I do have to mention we're gonna add a few other e-wallets here, such as Google Pay, Apple Pay. This is small, but I just never thought about it. So somebody asked for it. We're gonna add as much as possible here. I don't have dates. I don't have the details. I'm just letting you know. I'm always on the watch and listening to what I hear people need. I mean, teachers need. And yeah, in that regard, like, just make sure to check out our roadmap. Let me share the link. That's where I gather teacher feedback. And I appreciate everybody's time, the time you've taken to actually suggest things. And yeah, Fatima. Hi, Fatima. You made it also. Yeah, great idea. Google Calendar. Thanks. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm very careful, when I decide on doing something, we're going to do it properly. So, perfect. Yes. Okay, if you are watching the replay or if you have any more questions and tuning in late, feel free to ask under this replay, either in the Facebook group or on YouTube. I'm going to make sure to check. I'm going to add this video to our training center as well. Today, we're not going to have an after webinar meeting because I have to take care of something else. Yeah, but if you still need me, feel free to schedule a one-on-one call with me here on Friday. I'm going to be free all day. And if the time doesn't work, just let me know if you don't see any time that fits your schedule. Here is the link I shared. So just let me know, especially like if you're an active super teacher, we can always make it work. It's just that I also teach Tuesdays to Thursdays, so I have like anywhere between 12 and 16 classes, but only on these 3 days. That's why I usually open Mondays and Fridays for meetings. Yeah, but we can always jump into a 5-10 minute call to clarify things. Yes, I'm exploring that, Megan. Great question. Yes, definitely. The thing about that is at the moment your URL is actually a referral URL as well. Our lead tracker actually tracks that specific URL for your students to be added to the My Student list. But I'm looking for an easy solution. Yeah, I think we're going to have an easy workaround soon. I am working on that and exploring all the options. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah, I will get back to you. And, I love to check with you. Yeah, everything that comes to my mind. So, yeah, it's in my radar, so to say. It's on my radar. Yes. Okay. Maybe let's stop here and let me check if I feel like I'm forgetting something big time, but I'm not sure. Let me just look through it. Mhm. Yes, I think we did cover all of it. So this main menu is gonna be kept only on SuperTeacher main pages. We're removing. You see, let me log in as a student. What Megan asked before, maybe some of you haven't thought about it. Same as me, I never thought about it before, but it's so important. Let me log in as a student. So once your student logs in, they don't see any of the SuperTeacher main menu tabs here. You see, there is no home, how it works, blog, etc., etc. So it's clean, it's easy for them. Maybe you can let me know what you think. I should have asked that in the newsletter, but the only thing I'm not sure with the new updates is should we also have changed as we did on the student end? You see by default, they also see the next 24-hour classes only. So look at this, the filter here. Maybe I should use this opportunity to ask you what you think. We have this filter class status, and by default before it was showing all the classes completed, canceled, missed, everything booked. And so the student or you can just use the filter and see if you have any classes coming in the next 8 hours, 24 hours, booked, completed, and so on. So we also changed that on the student end. I don't see any downside to it, but I'm not sure. Like, for example, if they want to leave you feedback and they come back here, I'm just thinking aloud now, they would have to click, complete it and then find it and then go here and then leave feedback. I mean, we can definitely, oh, right. Oh, sorry. I already thought about that. So this is also an important update coming out is we're going to include an email notification after every class your student ends. They're going to get an email notification saying, congratulations for finishing one more class with your teacher, Megan, or teacher M, or whoever it is. Leave your teacher feedback, share love for your teachers, or whatever the sentence is going to be. And then this very link we're looking into. Oh, right. Okay, I just answered my own question. So actually it should stay in the upcoming classes. It should be the next 24 classes. And once they finish class, they will get a notification to actually click on the direct link to that class. because it doesn't matter then if it's filter class status or which filter is it on with. They still don't have the direct link here. They would have to dig and search for the class, right, to the complete, but they will actually get this direct link here, yeah, to leave feedback. Okay, I think I mentioned all of it. Let's see. Thanks. Thank you for coming. The top of that page would be a nice place to show the banner too. Which page? Can you be more specific? Maybe I. Oh, this is only in your dashboard. If you are referring to this page, upcoming classes, not courses, upcoming classes. This is just your dashboard page. If I understood correctly. Yeah. If not, let me know. We can always chat. Reach out to support at super-teacher.net. And yes, let's up here, most definitely. Thank you for showing up. I see a lot of teachers actually, and I just announced about this live a few minutes or an hour ago, so I'm glad. I hope you find the new teacher page amazing. And I'm sure as for its functionality and students onboarding and them booking classes, buying packages, taking whatever they need, it's going to be way better and user friendly, most definitely. Yeah. Yeah, student logged in page. Okay, please let me know via message later on. So I want to think about it and yeah, look into it further. Thank you, everyone. And if you still have some free time, I'm not sure if Katie's webinar is still going on. Let's check on YouTube and I can share the link. I know she has Qualago as guests talking all about their classroom and how you can use Abridge Academy to make it super interactive. So let me just check and I can share the link. Why not? Let's see. Oh, I actually don't see the link. Okay, you can just check in her groups then, and yeah, tune in there. See you there, probably. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, and see you next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we're gonna be talking about student email marketing for teachers. I'm gonna keep it simple, and I did handpick a few solutions, and you're gonna be super surprised by one that I discovered recently. I have seen nobody using it actually, so yeah. Fatima says, thank you, Ivy. We'll keep in touch. Yes. Yeah. Thanks, everyone.